single file, they're going to be coming with a lot of steam.
But this is what we've seen here last year. I remember this Joey sitting in front of this pack and able to control the lines. He'd go inside, outside, inside, outside.
15 cars in it to win it with 4 laps to go.
And there's definitely a bit of science to that, BW. You're absolutely right. The guys start working how you do it. Sometimes it's outside on the straightaway, inside lane on the corners, just trying to see where that momentum's coming from. But I can tell you, it's anything but easy, and it's certainly nerve-wracking.
Who's doing the most work here? The driver watching his mirrors, the spotter telling him where everybody is? Or is it a combination of things?
Right now, his eyeballs are just glued wide open. His hands and his knuckles are white, holding onto that steering wheel, trying to gather all that information. Look at all your mirrors, trying to block every bit of the line of momentum, and listen to your spotter giving you non-stop information.
Denny Hamlin has held off all comers. 3 laps to go. The Ford's trying to gang up on the outside. Now Logano drops to the bottom in front of Matt Kenseth.
Oh, no.
And a car's in the wall. It is Kurt Busch.
Wow, looked like something. That looked like a tire.
Yeah, almost like that damage he had on the right rear.
Oh, there's more
something
smoke
else
up
going
ahead.
on the back straight. Big wreck.
Big wreck on the back. Holy smoly.
Wow, I did not see that.
Logano and Edwards running right at the front, and McMurray trying to sneak past.
There's Carl
Eric
Edwards.
Almirola,
Here's
Kyle Busch.
Everybody is in
Is
that
there
wreck.
anybody that didn't crash?
My.
All right, there
Another
is
splitter ripped off one of those cars. That grass is pretty back there.
Hamlin, Logano, Larson come by, along with Kenseth, Menard, and Keselowski, Dillon, and Truex. They were not involved. First, here's what happened to Kurt Busch.
What the heck?
Kurt Busch high on the outside, the black car toward the back.
Yeah, we saw him. He goes up the hill. Looks like lost a right rear tire, maybe.
Pretty good chance of that. He definitely was loose right there going in there.
And so we're watching him and what he's going to do.
Let's watch from the Goodyear blimp and see what happens at the front of the field.
Oh, wow.
Edwards and Keselowski touch.
And then they maybe touch again.
Squeeze play.
No, you know, Mears in the 13 bammed into the 2 of Keselowski and shot him into the 19 of Edwards.
I'd love to hear the 19 car spotter to see if he thought he was clear there, because he definitely squeezed that 2 up there, and I don't know if he was quite clear.
I believe the 13 got into the back of the 19 and drove him forward.
You could tell right there that the 2 saw the 19 coming up. There was one to check up. The 13 got into the back of him, and the whole line started stacking back up.
This is looking off turn 2. Things jam up in a hurry.
How many wrecks do you see on the back straightaway? I mean, one right after another.
Well, and the thing that happens here late in the race, nobody's checking up. And this is when I say bumper cars at 200 miles per hour, because it really is. Nobody's going to check up. If you've got momentum, you're not about to give it up.
All right, here's Carl, and he's going to run up here, and he and Brad make a little contact.
He really stalled the 2 out right there.
And the 2 fights back on the outside, and they touched, but I think the 13 drove the 2 up into the 19.
Yeah,
like.
I think that the 2 and the 19 started making contact, and the 2 started checking up a little bit, and the 13 had nowhere to go but in the back of them. And like I said, nobody's checking up right now.
All right, Keselowski and Austin Dillon have come to pit road.